So the project, the Very Hungry Caterpillar 50th Anniversary Project with Curriculum 210, came to be because Meg Nickel, the art educator at the museum, had emailed me about some other opportunities that she had in her art room for possible partnerships with early childhood students here at HCC. And we built a really great professional relationship, and I started talking to her about my course, and we really saw that service learning could be an avenue through which we could create an authentic purpose for learning in this course with her needs being met at the museum learning. So we really wanted to think about some backwards design. What do we want the museum visitors and the HCC students to have gained at the end? And then how do we backtrack and make sure we cover all of our bases and create the most opportunities for learning throughout the process? So we sat down and we created an outline of the project, which was going to be creating a art activity for Very Hungry Caterpillar Day, which is an annual event at the museum. This particular one was really special because it was the Very Hungry Caterpillar's 50th birthday, or the 50th anniversary of the publication of the book. And it's such an iconic book in children's literature, so to have this opportunity was so exciting for both of us and in turn for the students once I presented it to them in class.
So we're very excited that you all are working with us to help put on the Very Hungry Caterpillar Day. So I'm very interested in how museums can be a space for people across generations to come together and be creative. And this exhibition is celebrating the 50th anniversary of the Very Hungry Caterpillar. This is a great space to kind of get some ideas for projects. This just gives a little bit of context about what we're celebrating. Materials. We want people to feel free.
Yeah. It's actually really cute. I'm excited. I want to make something already.
So we talked about the event. The event entails celebrating the story, celebrating literature, and especially the Very Hungry Caterpillar. So the students were charged with coming up with ideas for open-ended art activities that could be implemented on the very special event. So to do that, I pulled in something that our department has been working with students on, which is public speaking and advocacy. We want our students to be able to go out into the field of early childhood education and talk about the importance of the field and be able to speak to parents and even legislatures about why the work is so important. So for this project, we decided to put them into 4 teams. They would come up with an idea for the project, and then they would have to pitch that idea to a panel of judges. Ready? All right, come on in. I know I do. Game show music. Come on down. We should have game show music. Judges, do you have everything you need?
Okay. Hi everyone. Thank you all for being here. As Eric Carle says himself, The Very Hungry Caterpillar is a story about hope.
Yeah?
Yes.
Ruby, are you all set?
Yes, we are.
All right, you can begin.
Off by saying that while we were at the Eric Carle Museum, we couldn't help but notice Eric Carle's distinctive philosophy on creative art.
Here today. For our project, we were influenced by Eric Carle's inspiration of The Very Hungry Caterpillar. We love the
Woo, you did it! Yay!
That is so strong.
And it gets to
so
the focus
short.
in, I'm like, okay, so you know what you're gonna.
And they had such enthusiasm for seeing the range of what people would do.
Yeah.
That was
We talked about as we were deliberating, one of the things that really impressed us with all 4 presentations is that you really get us. You really get what the art studio, what the museum is all about.
And I could see all 4 of these working in the studio.
That said, we did have to make a decision. So Group A, your pitch was really strong, so we'd like to take your idea forward.
We did it!
So much.
Thank you, judges. Every group did a really awesome job. I was thrilled. And the one that was selected, their idea was to create a very large head of the very hungry caterpillar, hang it in the large window of the museum art room, and that guests would come in and add to his body so that he could grow throughout the day. Back in the classroom, we really started prepping. So my job as instructor was to look at my students and find their strengths and give them an integral piece of the prep that they could then work on so we could all come together. And then the Thursday before the event, we went to the museum to really prep. So we went and we prepped the paint pads and the circles that visitors would be decorating, and just really making sure every detail was ready for Sunday at the museum.
And then with these, again, you could start after they're all taped up, building baskets with a nice selection of these round stamped objects.
Oh, it's like all your thoughts actually in person. It's so exciting.
So maybe we should all gather around this table, and we're going to go through welcoming guests on Sunday.
I think we're actually ready. The one last thing we want to do is the students wanted to figure out where the birthday cake will go, and they wanted to be the first ones to put thumbprints.
Oh, amazing.
We did. And then a group of students thought, wouldn't it be great if we made the Very Hungry Caterpillar a birthday cake? So they created a 50th anniversary birthday cake where every member of the museum could decorate it by adding their thumbprint to the birthday cake to show that they were there. From my perspective, Sunday was it was the highlight of my career. It really was.
La vie m'a pris par la main, m'a éloigné du chemin, et la montagne qui sera mon bagage pèsera dans ce long voyage. Et je suivrai la lumière, je serai prêt pour ma guerre. J'avancerai même à contre-courant, je regarderai en avant.
Oh, it's been absolutely fantastic. Sheila has been a wonderful collaborator because we've communicated so much back and forth, and the project's really developed from start to end. I couldn't have imagined where we are now, and I think that's a testament to how much flexibility and organization Sheila and her class showed throughout the process, as well as creativity. So it's just been an absolute pleasure working with everyone.
Learning about each other and what I teach and what you aspire to achieve in this room. And there was a natural fit between what I want my students to learn and then bring into their future classrooms and what's happening here. So today I got an email from Chris Yurko with a link that said a beautiful article that he wrote was featured in The Republican today, Wednesday, the 17th of April, 2019. A really great article about our students celebrating the anniversary of The Very Hungry Caterpillar, such a wonderful children's book.